The Cannonball SSK E-Starter for Baker 6-in-4 gearboxes. Installation guide. Status: Baker kicker cover already off. Baker kicker clutch and spring remain. Extended Cannonball stud bolts mounted. Use the Cannonball kicker shaft. Connected to the Baker crank gear. Mind the correct position of the pin. Pin on left side when you look at the notch for the set screw. Insert the lock washer. Fix it with the crank gear nut. Tighten the nut and bend the lock washer clips. Insert the kicker shaft with a finely mounted kicker gear. Place the Cannonball starter gear on the main shaft. Fix it with at least one of the feather keys by inserting the feather key into that slot so it looks like this. Put the lock washer in place with its pin in the slot. Tighten the nut properly. Secure the nut by bending the lock washer over at least on one flat of the nut. Slip the spacer over the Cannonball kicker shaft. Check carefully the speedo sensor hole to be closed tightly. Optimized plug available at wwag.com74382. Attach the Cannonball starter system. Apply second gasket. Remove the C-clip from the Baker actuator rod. Pull off washers and bearing. Insert the Baker actuator rod into the Cannonball extended throwout bearing. Put the bearing back in place. The notch for the release finger must point to the front of the bike. Reinstall the Baker kicker cover. Apply the 12-point nuts. Install the Baker spacer ring on the kicker shaft, beveled side of ring pointing to the gearbox. Secure the Cannonball spring fixator with a locking screw in the hole provided. Make sure everything turns free and easily. Install the kicker spring. Again, everything turns free and easily. Install the lever on the release shaft. Check here whether the release finger sits properly in the notch of the throwout bearing. Check the space between starter and sensor hole plug. Done. Step 42. Open a cold one. Cannonball DE.